Hi guys, so today I'm joined by my husband Sean and we're going to do our Christmas book haul.
I gave her some books for Christmas and she gave me some books for Christmas. And then some of you gave her books for Christmas and didn't give me books for Christmas.
One of the things he got me was Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I have enjoyed a lot of the things I've read by Leigh Bardugo, and I know I'm going to be doing a Grisha trilogy reread starting very soon, so I'm excited about that because that's one that kind of gets a lot of mixed reviews for. I enjoyed Crooked Kingdom this last year. I finally wrapped up the Six of Crows duology, and I've been hearing mixed things about Ninth House. Some people say it's too dark or that it's confusing and it's too atmospheric, and then other people love all those things about it. But either way, I've enjoyed everything else by her. I'm very happy that he gave me this.
First thing I have is Descender. This is by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. I've read the first deluxe edition. It's down there somewhere. And Jeff Lemire, along with Tom King, they get the award for both of them most likely to make Sean cry.
Manly tears.
Manly tears. So looking forward to maybe crying a little bit.
Continuing with gifts that he gave me and also Leigh Bardugo, he got me the special edition of Crooked Kingdom. One of you was nice enough to send me the special edition of Six of Crows, which I was honestly shocked by, so thank you so much, that person. I know who it is, but I don't know if you want me broadcasting on the internet that you gave me a gift, but thank you so much. It meant so much to me, and then I wanted both of them. They are so beautiful. I think it's even prettier in person. The way it has the, I'm like showing it down here, the shimmer. The edges are black, which I really like, and there in the back of the book are illustrations.
The next one we have is actually for both of us. This is 3 Parts Dead by Max Gladstone. We were hanging out with another booktuber who lives in the area, and we will link his channel. He was talking about how much he likes this book, and we thought he was going to buy it for himself, and then he bought it and gave it to us. So, as far as I can tell, it looks kind of steampunky. I think she's a lawyer, and there's a dead god who its powers help run their like trains and technology and stuff. So it's kind of a big deal that he's dead. But I also don't think he's like dead. So I don't quite know what's going on here, but it sounds pretty fun.
She partners up with his apprentice or something, right?
Yeah. Oh, his priest or something.
Yeah,
he's pretty bummed out that his god is dead. So
it sounds like a combination of, I haven't read Neil Gaiman, but it sounds like a combination of Neil Gaiman and Jim Butcher, which sounds like a good time to us. Sticking with gifts from other people that are not each other, a couple of you sent me some stuff, which again, super nice. I'm always surprised whenever anybody takes the time to do that. And one of them, again, another booktuber, Sofie. She likes a lot of big, chunky, epic fantasy, and she likes really long series. I know she's a fan of Sanderson. She's really lovely, and she knows that I like the UK editions of the Shadow of the Fox books way more than the American editions. These are by Julie Kagawa. I've talked about them quite a bit. These covers are stunning. They're so beautiful. And she sent me this. She said she sent me the second one as well, but that one hasn't arrived yet, but they're so beautiful. The other one that I was sent is Children of Time. I've had some people really wanting me to read this, so I'm very grateful for the person who sent this to me. Thank you so much. And the little thing was sent in this adorable little bag. When I got it, I was so surprised because normally it's just a brown box.
This more gifts from you. I don't know if I need to specify that because all of them except for the one. Anyways, so we have Blade of the Immortal, Omnibus 9 and 10, and that wraps up the series. I am probably like a third to halfway through this one, and something very satisfying happened that I can't spoil because it would be a spoiler. But if you haven't read Blade of the Immortal, it's awesome.
It has
very violent.
Has a slow start.
Slow start. Lots of great characters though. Amazing artwork. And now I have them all. So it's a good feeling.
Another gift from him to me, Vicious and Vengeful. I have been on the lookout for Vicious for a long time because once it got the cover change, which that is such a pet peeve of mine. I know it's a pet peeve for a lot of people when they make cover changes. I understood they were kind of rebranding, remarketing it, And so I was like, ugh, well, I'll turn in this old one because none of the other covers for the continuation are going to match. So I did. And then I don't mind spending full price for a book, but I was like, I don't want to spend $28 for a book I already owned. That felt kind of silly. So I kept waiting and waiting and waiting until I could find it for sale at our local used bookstore or used store credit or something. And they never had it. And I was so frustrated. But now I got it for Christmas.
So next I have the third library edition of Hellboy. I had 1, 2, and 4. So this helps, 'cause you need 3. I've read all of Hellboy before, but I wanted them like this. So look at Lobster Johnson right there. What a great guy.
The last thing that he gifted me, and this is actually one of our buddy reads this year. We're going to be buddy reading it with some of you in the summer. And that would be Sailor Moon. I've mentioned before that this was my favorite show as a kid. And we recently got Hulu just because I was like, can we watch Sailor Moon somehow? And then we found it on Hulu and I started watching it again. And I was just filled with all the warm fuzzies.
Just flipping through that, the art's very nice. I like the art a lot. And now it's bigger.
It's the
bigger,
Eternal edition. So it's the pretty edition. And it's sparkly. Fun fact, the person who wrote Sailor Moon is married to the person who wrote Hunter x Hunter.
The last one I have here is the LA Quartet by James Ellroy in all-in-one edition.
I'm sorry, I was laughing because you're just getting really close.
Yeah, this has the Black Dahlia, the Big Nowhere, LA Confidential, and White Jazz. And LA Confidential was one of my favorite books that I read last year. And Big Nowhere, actually. That was up there too. So I'm very pleased with this edition.
You should show it without the sleeve.
Oh, I will show it without the sleeve.
It looks like such a fancy, I'm a smart person kind of book.
There it is.
It's pretty.
And you know what's really funny is if you've read this, you know just how crass it can be.
The last few books were gifts from his parents, and there are a few different ones. It would be The Guinevere, Deception, The Lady Rogue, and Crown of Oblivion. These were all books that I had on my anticipated releases, and when I do those, I've kind of modeled it after how my friend Jade from Bedtime Bookworm does it, where these are books that I've found intriguing based off of what I've read about them, or I'm interested to hear what other people think of them. They're not necessarily books I'm going to run out and buy immediately, but when I was making my Christmas list, I just basically took all of the books from my anticipated releases that I hadn't gotten around to, and I just gave it to him and his parents. And so they got me these, and it was funny, they actually took the time. There was a lot of books on this list.
There was.
A lot. And they took the time to go through and read the synopsis of every single one to see which ones they thought sounded the best, which was really nice. So these are kind of like books that they think sound good. The first one a lot of you have heard about, Guinevere Deception. It is a retelling of King Arthur, but from her point of view. And then Crown of Oblivion, this one is really interesting. They basically have to compete in this really high stakes race, and his mom actually got it because she knows I love Mistborn. She's like, the girl on the cover kind of looks like Vin, which I felt very special. The last one would be a treasure hunt story. They're looking for the Ring of Vlad the Impaler, and it sounds fun. It has it seems like it's got a lot of an adventure feel to it, and the cover is so pretty. It's so beautiful. It seems like a very short, fun, good time, and I don't know. I'm just really excited because these are all books that, again, I probably wouldn't have picked up and bought for myself anytime soon, but those are the best kinds of presents, you know, the ones that you're like, I don't know, I won't get those. I don't need those for myself. I don't need it. And it's like, of course, you don't need it, but here, have it anyway. That's how I feel. And I'm glad that I have them now. Technically, I do have one more kind of an extension of his side of the family gift. This is from his brother and his brother's wife, and his Storm Rise is another one that was on my anticipated releases. It's basically like a Mulan story. It's not an exact retelling of Mulan, but it's very similar from what I can tell, except for that the dragons play a different role in the story. It sounds really fun. I have heard that it's very similar to Mulan. For some people that's been kind of a negative, but for some it's been a really big positive because they love Mulan. And again, it's pretty short, so I could always use a few short books on my TBRs because some of them are really massive.
That is the Christmas haul. That's it. It's done. Let us know if you've read any of these, or if you like Descender or Hellboy, because they're both really good. Or any of the things you read. Or James Ellroy.
I like cool how guy. For you're like, let me know if you've read any of these amazing books that I like, or whatever, or her books. Let us know what you got for Christmas. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.